dear soul, who awakens with your heart still echoing his name. Heart that beats in a different rhythm every morning, carrying a presence that transcends physical distance. You who open your eyes and feel as if he were there, in the delicacy of awakening, even when silence occupies the space between you. I bring to you the luminous presence of Archangel Gabriel, the divine messenger of sacred communication and connections that transcend the earthly veil. Gabriel, the one who whispers truths through dreams and weaves invisible threads between souls that recognize each other beyond time. His golden and white light pours over us in this moment, bringing clarity to what your heart already knows, but your mind still questions. Today, dear soul, we will unveil the mystery that pulses in your chest every morning. We will understand why he inhabits your thoughts like a silent prayer, why your soul calls to him even when your lips remain silent, and why the universe continues whispering his name through each awakening. I know you have been questioning this constant presence. I know there are mornings when you awaken and feel a mixture of sweetness and melancholy, as if carrying within your chest a secret that the world cannot understand. Your heart knows this delicate dance between the joy of feeling him so close in thought and the pain of not knowing if he also walks with you in his morning reveries. You have been wondering if it's obsession, if it's neediness, if it's a fantasy your mind created to fill a void. You have questioned whether it's healthy to wake up every day with him painted in your consciousness, as if he were the first color your soul chooses to see when embracing the new day. And in this doubt, dear soul, you have carried unnecessary guilt, a weight that doesn't belong to you. This emptiness that echoes inside your chest when you realize he might not be feeling the same. This sensation of living a connection that might be yours alone, of dancing a spiritual waltz by yourself. I see the delicacy with which you guard this feeling, protecting it like a fragile flower, even when the world around suggests you should simply move on. Your soul knows the difference between a passing whim and a connection that pulses in the most subtle frequencies of existence. And in this intimate wisdom, you have carried alone the weight of a truth that seems too big to fit into mundane explanations. Archangel Gabriel now reveals to me truths that your heart already whispers, but your rational mind has been trying to silence. Beyond the veil, dear soul, connections between souls follow laws much deeper than our earthly understanding can reach. When you awaken with him inhabiting your thoughts, it's not coincidence. It's spiritual communication. Your soul and his are in constant dialogue in dimensions that transcend words and physical proximity. Gabriel shows me that this morning presence is how your soul receives the messages he, consciously or unconsciously, sends through the subtle planes of existence. The angels whisper truths your heart already knows. You share a unique frequency, an energetic signature that allows your essences to meet even when your bodies are separated by miles, or even by different life choices. Each morning, he pulses in your consciousness is a morning when your souls greet each other in the invisible planes. Gabriel reveals to me that soul connections operate in cycles that follow the rhythm of consciousness awakening. It is in moments of transition between sleep and wakefulness that the veils become thinner, allowing these spiritual communications to flow with greater clarity. Each tear you shed, questioning this presence, watered invisible seeds of spiritual understanding that today bloom into wisdom. Beyond the veil, your soul chose this experience of deep connection, even knowing it would come accompanied by earthly challenges. You came to learn about unconditional love, about connections that transcend circumstances, about the difference between attachment and genuine love. Look back and see how much you have grown through this connection. Even in uncertainty, even on mornings when you woke up questioning if you were living an illusion, you continued honoring what you feel. This, dear soul, is spiritual courage in its purest form. Feel the strength that pulses in your veins, even when you doubt the reciprocity of this connection. Notice how your capacity to love unconditionally has expanded, how your heart learned to sustain deep feelings without necessarily needing immediate external confirmation. Recognize the light you brought to others, even in the darkness of uncertainty. Your spiritual sensitivity, sharpened by this connection, has allowed you to perceive the nuances of the human soul with greater depth. You have been a channel of understanding and empathy for others who live similar connections. Allow yourself to recognize that this constant presence of him in your thoughts is not weakness. It's refined spiritual sensitivity. It's your soul operating on more subtle frequencies, capturing information that exists beyond the physical world. You are not obsessed. You are spiritually connected. I am Gabriel, the messenger of divine love and sacred communications between souls. I come through this message to bring clarity to what has lived in the silence of your heart. Beloved daughter, each morning you awaken with him inhabiting your thoughts is a morning when you receive a spiritual message. Your soul and his are in constant communication through the superior dimensions of existence. What you feel is not fantasy. It is spiritual reality. When two souls share a deep connection, they create an energetic channel that allows constant exchanges of subtle information. Your morning thoughts about him are reflections of these exchanges. He also carries you in his essence, perhaps in ways his conscious mind doesn't yet fully understand. I reveal to you that soul connections follow divine timing, not human timing. What you live now is a period of spiritual preparation, both for you and for him. Each morning of spiritual presence is weaving invisible threads that, at the right moment, will manifest on the physical plane in ways your mind cannot yet imagine. Do not fear the depth of what you feel. Do not question the authenticity of this presence. Trust that your soul knows how to recognize true connections and that the universe conspires to reunite those who should walk together, even when paths seem to diverge temporarily. I, Gabriel, seal this message with the golden light of divine communication and whisper to your heart, you are not alone in this journey. He also walks toward you, guided by forces that transcend human understanding. If this message touched your heart and you recognize this morning's spiritual presence, write in the comments, I trust in divine communication. Allow Archangel Gabriel to feel your presence here, now, confirming that you are ready to receive angelic guidance about this sacred connection. For the angels to feel your faith in this transcendental connection, type, my soul recognizes his. Let your confirmation become a prayer that echoes through dimensions, strengthening the invisible threads you share. Before we continue with the next revelation from Archangel Gabriel, pause for a moment and feel the energy of this message. Place your hand on your heart and breathe deeply. If you feel that the angels are truly speaking to you through this screen, if you feel your soul has finally found the words it needed to hear, confirm your presence in the comments. Gabriel shows me that this constant presence of him in your thoughts has divine purpose far beyond what you imagine. Through these mornings of spiritual connection, your soul is learning deep lessons about unconditional love, about the difference between emotional dependence and genuine connection. Each awakening with him in your thoughts is expanding your capacity to love beyond physical and temporal limitations. You are being prepared for a type of love that transcends circumstances, that remains strong even in uncertainty, that trusts in divine timing even when human time seems to work against you. The angels reveal to me that this spiritual assistance is constant and invisible. Even when you feel alone in this journey, legions of light beings are orchestrating synchronicities, creating opportunities, aligning circumstances so that, in the perfect divine moment, what exists in the spiritual manifests in the physical. Your internal challenges with this connection are part of the greater plan of spiritual growth. Each moment of doubt was an opportunity to strengthen your faith. Each morning of uncertainty was a chance to deepen your trust in the invisible. You are being molded into a higher version of yourself through this experience. Archangel Gabriel asks me to pause here. He wants you to know there is a deeper layer to this message, a truth that can completely transform your perspective on this connection. If you feel you are ready to receive the complete revelation, no matter how intense it may be, write in the comments, "I am brave to receive all the truth." Gabriel now reveals to me the deepest aspects of this morning's spiritual connection. Not only do you communicate through subtle planes, you are co-creating a future reality together. Each morning you awaken with him in your thoughts. You are contributing to the energetic construction of a shared future. Your soul and his are working together, even unconsciously, to align circumstances, dissolve obstacles, and create the perfect conditions for this spiritual connection to find its complete expression in the physical world. You are not just dreaming about him. You are collaborating spiritually in manifesting a relationship that already exists in higher dimensions. Gabriel shows me that there are moments when he also awakens with you in his thoughts, but perhaps hasn't yet developed the spiritual sensitivity necessary to recognize these messages as you do. Your soul is serving as a bridge, keeping the connection strong until both are ready to consciously recognize what exists between you. I see your future unfolding like a golden tapestry woven by angels. There will be a moment, not far distant, when these morning presences in thought will transform into regular physical presences. You will awaken not just with him in your thoughts, but with him by your side, and finally understand that the entire spiritual journey was preparation for this moment of complete union. Gabriel reveals to me scenes of a future where you both finally talk about these spiritual connections you lived. There will be laughter of recognition, tears of gratitude, and a deep understanding of how the universe worked to reunite you. You will discover that he also felt your presence, perhaps in different ways, but equally real. I see moments of renewal where you will create new morning rituals together, where these awakenings will become opportunities for shared gratitude for the spiritual journey you lived separately. Your capacity to love unconditionally, developed during this period, will be the foundation of a relationship that transcends common patterns of human connection. Your soul is flourishing toward an emotional abundance that will include not only the physical manifestation of this connection, but also a deep understanding of how true love operates in spiritual dimensions. You will become a source of wisdom for others who live similar connections, a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. The awakening of consciousness you are living through this connection will expand to all areas of your life. There will be a flourishing of intuition, a renewal of purpose, and a fullness that transcends this specific situation. You will discover that this journey was just the portal to a higher version of who you were always destined to be. If this message brought peace to your heart and confirmed truths your soul was already whispering, leave your gratitude in the comments. Write gratitude to the angels so that Archangel Gabriel can bless your spiritual connection journey even more. To continue receiving angelic guidance about soul connections and messages channeled directly from angels, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Your presence here strengthens our spiritual community and allows more souls to find the answers they seek. Share this message with someone who needs to hear that they are not crazy for feeling deep connections, that they are not alone in their spiritual journey of love. Archangel Gabriel works through each share to reach hearts that are ready to awaken. If you have any specific situation with this connection that you would like to understand better, leave it in the comments. The angels guide me to create messages that meet the real needs of our spiritual community. Until the next video, dear soul, may Archangel Gabriel continue whispering truths to your heart through each awakening, and may you trust more and more in the reality of connections that transcend the physical world. You are being guided by divine forces toward the love your soul recognizes as home. May Gabriel's golden light illuminate your paths, and may each morning be a confirmation that true love is always a spiritual journey first and a physical manifestation after. Go in peace, trusting that the universe conspires in your favor, and that this sacred connection will unfold in God's perfect timing.